Alright guys, we're going to get started today by doing a tubeless conversion on a 26-inch tire, 26-inch rim. I'm going to step you through what parts you need. So we'll show those on the video and we'll get rolling here. Alright, so one of the main things you need, I'm doing a 26-inch wheel. So the rule is to go like 1 to 2 sizes down on the tube size. For the Ghetto Tubeless, I've got the 20-inch Schrader valve tube. I picked that up at Walmart. You can pretty much get these anywhere. It is a Schrader valve. I'm going to need a good pair of scissors, possibly also a razor blade at a later time. Tire irons, styly valve cap. Most importantly, you're going to need the Stan's No Tubes tire sealant. I know there's a bunch of home brews out there. You're welcome to try anything, but the Stan stuff is proven. Big bottle like this, 20 some bucks. So I'll be using a Bontrager XR4 Team Issue tire. This is going on my Santa Cruz Heckler. I don't believe this tire is a UST. I've got friends running this tire tubeless, pretty hard riders, and it's been holding up pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and use this tire for the conversion. Alright guys, so go ahead and unpackage your tube. I highly suggest using an air compressor for this. Otherwise you're going to be screwing around with a floor pump. Might not get your pressure as what you need. So we're just going to go ahead and juice this up a little bit. Alright guys, put that valve in, make sure it's very straight. You don't want to have any angles of the valve. And then just go ahead and stretch that tube over the rim. Okay guys, when you stretch that over, there is always typically a line down the middle of a tube. Make sure that line is in the middle all the way around the rim. Might be essential to take it and do some twisting here. So just work your way around it and make sure it's straight. Once you have that line straight with your tube, you're going to take your scissors and cut along that line. So go ahead and stab those in. Tire is going to deflate. And just fillet the tube. Okay, once you guys filleted that tube, you're going to want to spread it apart, kind of unfold it. As you can see here, I've got it unfolded across the rim. So this is going to be your nest where your tire sits. So go ahead and get those supplies ready. You're just going to want to clean the inside. Get all that powder out. After you do that, grab a shop towel, clean towel, paper towel. Just run that along, get that all dried out. And the next thing we're going to do before we use any sealant is we're going to use our tire, mount that up, and then pressure it up to see if it will hold pressure. It should hold pressure. Alright guys, so what I've done is I've mounted this tire to the wheel with the rim strip. I used a compressor, aired it up. It did air up. You'll see it's got some slight leaks here, but that's what we're going to get at with the stands to seal that up. Alright guys, so a few things different that I do here. I've got a Schrader valve remover, and what I do to inject my sealant is I remove the Schrader valve, then I use an injector like this one. So this is Mad Ghetto from my turkey frying kit. This is extra, so I won't be using this for my turkey anymore. And what I do, I slip it right down there and inject it. It does have a sharp tip on it, so careful that I don't cut anything. The stands kit comes with a cup here. It recommends for a cross-country guy to use 1 cup, 2 cups for a downhill, or if you don't want to be a weenie, we use 3 cups. So it's up to you how many cups you want to use. Okay, so once you have your sealant back in, you're going to want to air the tire up using your compressor. I pump it up to about 60 psi. Make sure you look at your tire maximum pressure and make sure that's going to be okay. So once you get it in, you're going to want to shake. All the way around. Once you go around a few times, you're going to let it sit. So you'll let it sit for a few minutes. Then you'll pick it back up, shake it again. And then you'll let it sit on the other side. Repeat until you don't have any air bubbles seeping through. The way that you can tell is you could put water on this edge and look for any bubbles. Alright guys, so the last stop after you check to see if you had any air bubbles using a little bit of soapy water along the edges, you're going to need a razor blade. And what you're going to do is basically take the razor blade and trim off the excess tube. Be careful not to slit your tire. And you don't want to scratch your rims either. So just take your time, work your way around the rim, cut off the excess. Okay, once you take the razor blade and trim out the excess tube, take your valve cap and put that back. And that's what it should look like. I would recommend letting it sit overnight and then riding on it the next day. Again, checking for any leaks. So good luck and enjoy.